thumbs up button, subscribe and like it. I'm getting too excited, no telling the way it goes. Lady, you turning me on, just laying there with pretty toes. You got me spitting crazy flows while we listening to music on WTMH radio. And the platform is digital. We got a 1-to-1 ratio, exchange of fellatio. I'm old school loving you, that's just the way it goes. You got a problem with that, call it talk to Bobby O. Everything was cool, you made beat. So now I gotta get a lady's opinion, I'm calling K Streets. Sometimes I ain't really feeling everything she say, but that's okay, cause I can reach out to Joy Renee. So now it's tip for tap, play for play. Now I ain't got shit to say. Here you come with L. Dre. He's always the most calm fella, sensible and fair-minded. L. Dre bring love together. You gotta be willing and able to be mature and presentable at the grown folks table. Call if you wanna talk more. 614-781-0754.
Yes. Yo, I love that song every week. It's not.
That's so good, though.
Oh, I just realized it.
No way.
We got to make a new one.
Oh, yeah.
I'm calling him tonight right after the show, because you got to make a new one. She got to be added in there. So you're going to be added. Don't worry about it. Next week you will be good to go. What's up, everybody? It is officially grown folks table time. So you know what to do, right? You put the kids to bed and you tell them it's time. It's your time. You and the hubby can stay up, but it's time to put the kids to bed and do it the way we do it tonight. You know how it is, music. But I do want to take some type of request. If you got a request song, some type of old school jam, R&B jam that you ain't heard of. Matter of fact, back in the day, you know, we used to call them. We didn't even call it R&B back in the day. We call them ballads.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So if you want a ballad that you want to be heard, call in. The number is 614-781-0754. We're taking ballad requests tonight.
Yes.
And I think we have a real ladies.
We got a real lady show today.
Yeah, the ladies. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, the ladies are taking over.
Look at me. Don't you see I'm so upset?
Yeah.
I'm so mad.
You should be.
I'm so mad I'm only in here with the ladies. Can't you see how pissed off I am, fellas? Yeah. So we got a real grown-up conversation for y'all too. I would love to tell y'all all about it, but I don't think I could do it justice. When I was thinking about putting this show together and getting up some grown folk conversation, this is the area I wanted to go. So I can't break it down the way I want to break it down. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let Joy Renee break it down on the topic tonight. Joy Renee, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing better. How you doing this evening?
I'm doing good. Oh, first of all, we this morning. First of all, get shout out to Big Bro. He's not here. Big Rob is not in tonight.
Yes, we miss you, Rob.
But he will be back here next
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Besides L. Dre, so I'm gonna need you to hurry up and get back. This is gonna be annoying.
I'm gonna try my comeback tonight. I'm gonna try to chill on him tonight. I'm gonna try to
little
chill
ass
on
lips tonight, baby.
All right.
Yeah,
I see how it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Joy Renee, break down the topic.
All right. So today's topic, I've been seeing a lot of this going on Facebook, different social media sites. Is who do you feel comfortable with getting your advice from? Be it child raising advice or relationship advice. If you're in a relationship, do you feel comfortable getting advice from somebody who's been in many failed relationships or somebody who's currently single? Do you feel comfortable with getting advice from somebody? Child raising advice, child rearing advice from somebody who doesn't have children or does not want children. Yeah. So there's like a lot of different areas within this one topic.
We got a lot of, I don't know if you want to call it button in business, but we got a lot of advice givers in the world today.
But in
it is. You know what? I think I'm a little guilty of it.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. I think I talked to God one day and he told me the reason why I was put on this earth, and he said help. Yeah. Okay. That's what he said. That's what he told me to do. I said, okay, yeah, then you get a lot of money from that. He said, no, you're not going to make no money from it. The people you're going to help are though. And I thought about my life and how it went, and I said, deal. That's a good deal. If that's what I get from everything I got in my life, that's a good deal. So people may think that that I'm trying to be a little bit too much, but all I'm trying to do is help.
It's help.
So I think I am what you call a Brzezinski?
Budinsky.
A Budinsky? I think I'm a Budinsky.
A Budinsky.
and I'm a, you know, get it with pride. LJ Budinsky Watkins. That's me. Did you see the pride I said it with though? And you ain't even on me. You ain't seen me stop my feet with it. I don't mind trying to help out and being a little of a Budinsky.
Budinsky.
Oh, butt is in there. I see your pun.
But it's like
I see it. There we go. There you go. And you know what it is. At the halfway point, we go to Matters of the Heart. K Streets. Tell everybody how you going to hit them this week when it comes to Matters of the Heart.
So this week with the Matters of the Heart, I'm hitting y'all at home. Listen, guys, because I think this topic is a little touchy. Not even a little touchy, but I want to get back to the real matters of what's going on in the world. So, trust and loyalty. Where does it lie in our relationships and in the communities? Why can we no longer trust one another? Why are there no more loyalties in our friendships and our relationships?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what do we got to do to fix this? So, y'all keep it locked. We are definitely going to go in for the kill on this topic.
I like it. I already got something already up here because I'm a Budinsky. Because I'm a Budinsky.
Yes, we are Budinsky.
Shit.
You got a lot of them buddies.
How you doing, Mom?
Brain up there.
I'm good.
You good? You looking good, girl. I like the purple.
I like that
I like the purple. What? Go on and tell us. So we about to get into. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let you introduce your own segment. We gonna go ahead. Yeah, she tell them what you got, Mom.
Well, today I just have a few things that's been going on. Some interesting stuff. I don't know if any of y'all heard about the drama teacher who had sex with the 15-year-old student.
Oh, wow.
I did see a little news article about that. I did not hear about that.
Yes. So
Yeah, that's drama for your ass
Teachers
right
get
there.
it into.
this happened
That's
in
drama for
Florida.
you.
She was giving him fellatio in a car.
Yep.
He
Teachers
wasn't
is getting
dressed.
into.
And they got caught because I guess the mom put a tracker on his phone.
Shut up.
And she couldn't find him. And
So she went looking for him with
she
the
found
chopper.
him
And walked
and
in on that.
Yeah, I know I'm about to get off the point. I know I am.
She would have
But-
got her.
Ladies, do y'all like for the dude? Because I hear it a lot now. Is it better to ask for? Can I have some fellatio, or can I just get some head?
Just can't get some.
Because the fellatio don't sound a little bit fancy and better. It don't make you be like, oh, okay, faster. Sorry.
I said fellatio because it's politically correct.
Okay,
Let me get
I understand that part, but I've been hearing it lately, and I thought, is that how you ask now? Can I get some fellatio?
No, I think they
kinda
just
long.
saying trying to be funny.
Okay.
I
Cash,
think that's just
But
the
not-
proper way to tell a story.
Yes,
That's all.
please,
Yeah.
guys. We're on the radio.
okay,
I got you.
we on internet radio. We can do it. I was about to say
so
something, but caught myself.
well, something that's good is Kevin Hart is expecting a baby with his wife.
Yeah, all right, Kevin Hart. Yeah, they're gonna be the same height too.
His daughter is actually almost taller than him. I think his daughter's gonna be tall, but his son is still little.
Isn't he the funniest person living today?
Yes,
I love
absolutely.
Yo, I'm a Kevin Hart fan.
Absolutely, yo.
I mean, the repeats make me crack up.
Yes, they
Right.
do.
Okay.
Yeah, Kevin Hart is dope. So you all know that Sierra is with Russell Wilson.
Yes,
of course.
Lord have mercy.
And why are you saying like that?
Because
Where's my Russell? I had a future.
I mean, the rest are all good, but these
future.
celebrities are getting on my last nerves with their relationships. Mariah Carey, Halle Berry, Sierra. I don't know how many more I can name.
I want to see a
But
celebrity
wait a minute,
get
more than-
married, have a baby
and
with the
just stay
person
together.
they was with high school with. Why? How come
But we
that
do
it's no more? You forget all about when you become a celebrity. You forget all about. It seems like you forget all about the normal girl.
But
Right.
why is it that we put celebrities on a different pedestal from people that's doing the same thing out there?
And they just
Okay.
humans too.
It's just the same
I
exact
think
thing that's
it's
going on
because
every
we
day.
can
But
see
But they always go
But they're
with
in the
somebody
I
that's
was
in
gonna be
that
the
field.
spotlight.
I don't know. I always
If
thought
I
about
ever
that.
made it rich, I'm trust and believe who. Man, I'm marrying the street hood nigga. My dude ain't even a street hood nigga, but he going with me anyway.
there you go.
I'm telling you right now, I don't want no artist. I don't want nobody who got the same money as me. None of that. I don't want you.
Oh, you have
on
power
camera.
issues
I don't have power issues. I just want somebody that, you know what I'm saying?
below you.
No, not below me. not below me at all. That's
that
normal.
knows
That's just
her.
normal.
Treats me like I'm normal, and I can treat him like he's
Just go to the store and be like, you know what?
Walk in the store like, oh my God, it's Kate Street.
But you know what? On the flip
Keep
side,
grounded.
but wait, on the flip side, you do got to remember when you are a celebrity, you are treated different. It's
You
not the
are
same. And that normal person may not be
because
able
they want you
understand
to
why
be a
stressed
role
out.
model for the
Right.
world. But listen, before I got to this point, why I can't be the person the
I
same
think
person
it's
I
still
was.
some
That's the
real
things that come
people.
with being a
Like,
celebrity.
stop fronting, y'all.
It's
I'm
just when you
still-
get to
Yo,
a certain
I
level.
think they're a power couple on the rise. I really
Well,
do.
this is where I was going with the Russell Wilson and Sierra
And
thing.
you, hold on, I want you to see something. I wasn't even the one to interrupt you, was I?
Ooh.
I told you I was working on it. I told you. You didn't believe me.
So Russell Wilson posted something on his social media saying nothing better than spending time with you. You are an amazing mom, and I'm so grateful I get to spend the rest of my life with you and raising our kids. I love you.
Somebody sounds so whooped.
But
He
no, but
Aw.
listen,
Yeah.
Cause she know how to dance.
I hope you still can throw.
that's not where I'm going with
Oh, okay.
Let her finish.
Woo.
Okay.
She about to come out on y'all. Y'all don't want no problems.
She just scared the shit out of me.
Y'all about to be cheap.
Sorry.
So people are flipping out on Russell Wilson because they're saying, why is he saying our children?
Yeah, I caught that.
You know what? This is the
Because,
problem. And
Future's
this is the
kid-
problem. When you love a woman, you love her and her children.
Exactly. She's
You
a
don't
package
stop
deal.
because he has a father. That's great. That just means that kid has some extra people to love him.
Mhm.
That's
Right.
beautiful.
I wanna
Why do people
say-
hate that
They're
so
saying
much?
it's
I want
not
to
no
introduce
respect.
my girl Dana.
How is it not no
She gonna have
respect?
to-
Oh, sorry, Dana.
I
Dana,
didn't know
y'all
that
remember
she
Dana
was
from
in
a couple of
there.
weeks ago, and she's back. She said, "You know what? I'm grown. I need to be at the table."
Right.
I didn't
What's
know
up?
that.
Hello.
Get a little closer to the mic.
Oh.
You don't want me to fix it for you, believe me.
You can pull it out a little bit.
I'm not.
I didn't mean
We're not
to
gonna start this.
I said it though.
Because he's
I appreciate
so
it.
you did say it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a package deal.
Okay.
As somebody that's in that position right there, soon as you with that person, and Dana hit on it. When the word love come involved, you got to understand that is a package deal. And if I don't want the girl if she divides it. No, you ain't got to do that. Something wrong with you if you're
There's a
dividing it,
problem.
and I don't even want you.
That's
Right.
So yeah, it's a package. I don't think it's nothing wrong with what he said. I think it's something wrong whoever had a problem with it.
There you go.
Yeah.
And if you had a problem with it,
You
you shouldn't have messed up. You should be there anyway.
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
don't see why people flipping
Future.
out.
I don't
People
see
flip it out because
Go
it's
ahead,
probably the
say
same
it.
It's
people
future.
who was in the same
How you say
position
future?
Sierra is in right now, who had a man who could love all their kids, but you got them badass kids running around tearing up your house. Ain't no man trying to put up with that. You ain't got your kids under control, lady.
Yeah.
Sit down.
They, like some
Fall
people
back.
was like, yeah, and the child should never feel left out. He did right, basically.
That's
saying
yes.
that. And
You
then
know-
this other
That's
person
exactly
was
right.
like, you only got one kid with that chick. The other kid is Future's. Respect that man's kid.
But he's
And-
the
and-
father.
that was
He is the stepfather.
that was
That's called a
that was
blended
his brother.
family.
That was the past who wrote that. Let me tell you something. let me tell you something. If he cared that much, he
Right.
would be there.
Exactly.
That's what I feel about guys like, don't bring that dude around my child. Yo, son, if you felt that way, be around your child 24/7 then.
Right, right.
That's right.
Other than that, you can't tell that girl what to do.
You don't have no
You
say
can't.
so.
You don't have no
Unless
say so.
He's a bad person. Outside of him being bad for that child, so what? If he's not a bad person and he loves you and treats your kid good, what's the
Then what's the
problem?
there? And Future probably don't even got an issue with
He
it.
don't
Probably
got an issue, like,
thank you,
thank
man.
you,
That
right.
was
Thank
like,
you.
Man, every time bad
They might be
news,
having dinner.
every time.
And this is the shit that pisses me off. It's the communities. Like y'all so
That's
geared
that
up on
trust and lose.
negative.
I don't agree with it.
Let's-
I believe everything
Man.
that comes out negative about this couple is only one person, and
who
his
that
name is Future. Everybody else in the world think this couple is so great. Only person that disagrees with it is Future, and the rest of the five people that
You wanna know
rides with
why?
it.
If Future got a problem with it, it's because Future know he messed up. So
Yeah.
Future need to sit down and take that apple
Nah,
and
I
bite
think because
and be good.
he said she got that Beetlejuice. So I don't think he's mad at losing something. I think he's more mad at another man around his.
I'm sorry.
But
You
be mad for what?
You
Future
clarify.
don't got no-
Beetlejuice. It's the grown folks table. Beetlejuice is when ladies got that dry.
Oh.
Future said that about Sierra?
The old and the
Yeah, he
credit.
said the sex ain't that good.
What?
She got that Beetlejuice.
I have never heard that before.
Yeah,
I
what?
never
Y'all didn't hear that?
No.
I
No.
heard Future say
I'm
on
so
the
sure
radio
about that.
that
He said it.
know what
He
he
said
fell
it.
he fell for Sierra when after they got done having sex, she was like, "Let's pray."
Yeah, yeah. Also brings on the Beetlejuice. Who prays after that?
I'm like,
Well, you know,
I'm trying to get some
crazy.
air. I'm trying to.
I mean, that's what I heard. I don't know if it's
Man,
true. I don't
people
know,
weird.
Ciara.
People weird.
You get what I'm saying, but I heard you got the
Figure
Beetlejuice.
she done from down south, and they very humble church going folk too. So she probably was like,
Man,
"Let's
I've been
Well,
to that part of
he from
Atlanta.
Atlanta
Ain't no
too,
part of
man.
Atlanta the way they pray after that.
He was just
Fellatio.
Yeah, lived there for a couple of years. But I lived there for a
he
couple
was
years. I don't
just
recall
I guess he was just
What else? What else you got
We
next?
need to go to
The last-
Georgia,
the last thing,
Augusta somewhere.
maybe deep south.
I
Yeah,
have
yeah,
is
yeah,
when
I'm sorry, we was.
I'm just happy it ain't me. You see, I'm over here minding my business, right? You see what I'm over here doing,
He
right?
over there like.
I told you I got you.
He was cheesing.
I told you I got you.
know it was just Mother's Day.
Yes, big shout out to all mothers.
And a South Carolina mom reportedly beat her son for making his grandma Mother's Day card and not her.
Oh, you bitch.
That was horrible. That was
Hold up,
absolutely
y'all. We don't know the totality of this.
Listen,
What?
There's
I
Yo,
heard-
what if the
well-
grandmother raised him and the mother just getting in?
That's why the
But
mother-
that's
So why-
the fault.
why
was
can't call the mom?
beat
Why is you
her
beating him?
son because he made the grandma card and
And not
didn't
her.
make her.
Yeah. Okay, she still beat him, but we don't know the totality
Oh,
of
you
the
know,
reason.
I don't care what
Right
the
now,
reason
LJ.
is. The
You ain't gonna
reason
do
why
this
don't
tonight.
matter.
I don't
Yes, I
care
am.
how many females in. You're not gonna talk
Yes,
to me
I am.
like this tonight,
Yes, I
K
am.
Streets.
You need the bell because I can't believe you said that out of your mouth.
We don't.
Who
But
cares?
listen, what does it matter? The
Why
reason
would you
why?
beat
Why
your
would you beat your
son?
son because he
And
didn't make
she-
you a card?
And she ripped the card up in front of him.
And the grandmother.
Oh man.
The grandmother didn't do
The
nothing.
grandma didn't do nothing.
She didn't even
Hey,
get the card.
LJ.
because it
Yes,
wasn't
ma'am.
being
Jesus
wrapped up.
saves.
Huh?
Jesus saves.
Jesus saves.
Jesus saves your soul.
Oh,
You
this
need
is where she goes to her gospel. She worked at a gospel station too, y'all.
So there should be no reason if the mom wasn't there and the grandmother raising, she doesn't have a
You
reason
should be
to
making
beat
her a
him
card
for
too.
not
Yeah.
getting the card.
Are we doing news now?
No, this is.
Because it feels like it.
Yes,
Because
it's her news.
You didn't
okay.
hear just 4 stories.
Oh, you know what? When
She just gave you 4 stories.
I'm gonna be so.
no, because I thought you was giving your stories at
No,
the
that's why
end.
he said,
I
go
didn't
ahead
know
and
we.
That's
we
why
were
he said, let's
going
go
right
ahead and do
into
the
You
news
didn't.
right
You didn't
now.
hear me introducing her going to her segment.
I thought we was doing the topic first, like we always do. I didn't know you was just going straight into
Okay. K Streets is all over the place tonight. So what we gonna do?
Forgot about me too.
Gervonay, one more
I'm sorry,
time. Tell everybody about the
It's all right.
topic before we get into our first music jam tonight.
The topic tonight is who do you feel comfortable getting any advice from? Childless people giving child advice, relationship-less people giving relationship advice.
Let's do it. Before I play this first music jam, this is a special one. I'm gonna give a shout out to my mother. It's 12 o'clock, so it is officially her birthday, and my
Happy
sisters too. So happy
birthday.
birthday, Prissy.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Ma. I love you so much. I just talked to you on the phone the other day. I can't talk to my mother more than 5 minutes after that. I just start tearing up. I mean, I get the thing. It don't come.
You didn't
You
know
don't
you
let it
had-
drop.
Right. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna play her favorite artist. What is Al Jarreau? We're in this love together. Here we go.
Hey.
Grown Folks Table.
I know that's
WTMHradio.com.
Get it, Bobby.
And we never want to lose. It's like a favorite song that we love to sing. Every time we hear the music, and we're in this love together. We got the kind that lasts forever. We're in this love together. And like berries on the vine, it gets sweeter all the time. It's like a rainy night and candlelight. And ooh, it's so romantic. We got the whole thing working out so right. And it's just the way we planned it. got the kind that lasts forever. Don't you know that we're in this love together? And like berries on the vine, get sweeter all the time. We got the kind that lasts forever. We're in this love together. We got a kind that will last forever. Don't you know we're in this love together? We got the kind that will last forever. That we're in this love together. We're going to find that love that's open up the door. Hey, hey, yeah. Don't you know that we're in this love together? We got the kind that brings to mind a favorite song. Let me say that we're in this love together. We got the kind that lingers all night long. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Turn down the lights, turn down the bed. Turn down these voices inside my head. Lay down with me. Tell me no lies. Just hold me close. Don't patronize. Don't patronize. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't. You can't make your heart feel something it won't. Here in the dark, in this final hour, I will lay down my heart and feel the power if you won't. No, you won't. 'Cause I can't make you love me, babe, if you don't. No. I'll close my eyes and I won't see the love you don't feel when you're holding me. Morning will come and I'll do what's right. Just give me till then to give up this fight. And I will give up this fight. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't. You can't make your heart feel something it won't. Here in the dark, in these final hours, I will live. Yeah. I can't make you love me. Oh, wow. Said if you don't, hey, I can't make you love me. Oh, if you don't, yeah. Oh, I can't make you love me. Oh, if you don't.
All right, welcome back. GFT, the Grown Folks Table here at WTMHradio.com. We would love for you to call and be part of our conversation. The number is 614-781-0754. You was just listening to Tank, I Can't Make You Love Me, and that was Al Jarreau for my mother right there. So I know we did threw you back right there. I had to. And you ever had people out there, you ever had a song that was just stuck in your head all week? So I saw this song on Facebook. I guess one of my Facebook friends was going through it, had a hard time with his lady or whatever, and he put that Tank song on there, and I was like, wow. And I listened to it. I was like, that is Grown Folks Table material right there. So I want to thank him for that. Now, topic time. Let's get straight into it. Joy Renee.
Yes, sir.
You the one that threw this out there. So let's go on and get into it. The topic of the night. Go on and get into it.
Okay, topic of the night is kind of a two-parter. Part one, if you're in a relationship, do you take relationship advice from your single friends or friends who have been in several failed relationships? Part two of it is, if you have children, do you take advice about raising your children from people who don't have children or don't have the desire to have children?
K Streets, are you picky when it comes to who you receive your advice from?
Yep, I sure am.
Okay.
I sure am, because not advice you can take from everybody, especially if it involves a relationship. And then we're going to get to the kid aspect in a second. That's, like you said, two parts, and I don't want to hurt nobody on that one. But so when it comes to relationship advice,
you don't believe you can take a relationship advice from a single person?
I will listen, but I'm not going to do what you tell me to do. Why? Because you're not in a relationship. That would be dumb of me. Now, if we're hanging out with two married people or two couples, of course I'm going to listen, because they might be in a better position than we are at right now. When they experience some things and they can teach me. You can't teach me nothing. Where your man at? Where your man at?
Okay.
What did you teach me?
All right, but the lady ain't in this room. Calm down. About to go straight up.
Tell me to calm down.
When it comes to advice, I don't care what it's about. Are you real picky about who you take your advice from?
I think that it's the kid. I can't hear myself.
I hear you fine.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's probably like your phone. It just can't, how your arms and your phone go.
You know what? You bring it up. That was.
Let me know when you're ready for me to go in for the kill feed.
All right.
I'm just letting y'all know off top that even though I'm surrounded by ladies,
The only one here, Eldray.
certain
Remember
things.
that.
I do know. I do know I'm only one here.
All right.
So yeah, I think I'm particular with who I take advice from.
Okay, explain a little bit.
Now, as far as the single thing goes, I get what you're saying, but I feel like okay, so now I'm single, but I know, depending on what the situation.
John, if you listening, she did call you her man before the show started. Just throwing that out there. John, if you listening, fam, she did say you was her man before the show started.
Wow.
No, I'm gonna always be on the side of the dude, because hey, I know Sheikah's a good female, so yay, man, come get that back. That's what I'm saying.
No, we don't.
So,
she said she continued.
what was happening? Why'd you even do that?
Right, just
That's
throw
not
her
right.
home.
The whole single.
Sorry.
So
was in the
yes,
same-
Sorry.
being single, I feel like depending on what the situation is, you can have an opinion about certain things. Like I'm single by choice because I had to make a decision. But with certain things that happen in relationships, if you've gone through it, I feel like you can speak on it. It's the people who haven't gone through things that I hate to try to give advice. My friend, I never talk to her about anything because she always has something to say, but she's been through nothing. She doesn't even know what it's like to struggle. She was like, oh no, I've never had to wonder what I was going to eat the next day. My mom made sure, she doesn't know struggle, but she speaks on everything, but you don't know nothing
She tell your
about.
friend,
So she don't have valid advice.
She needs to humble herself.
no, not humble herself. Tell her shut the fuck up. That's all you gotta do. Tell her shut up.
I just don't talk to her about it, about nothing.
It's okay to tell a friend to shut up, though.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
because at some point in time you gotta throw that reality out there, like dude, it's just because you
But
didn't have it, don't mean that ain't nobody else.
The crazy part is she's the same friend that now you live with your mother because you say your student loans cost too much money.
Oh wow.
Just student loan?
Just
Okay.
student loans.
Oh my gosh.
Joy.
Yeah.
So we thinking of topics for the week, and then you came out real adamant. I think one of the things you said was my timeline.
Yeah, my
is
timeline was
about
going
this
up that
particular
day.
topic is going crazy. What was some of the things that made you say, you know what, I want this to be part of the grown folks table?
Just looking and thinking about, the people that I get advice from.
Uh-huh.
And people were just on there on fire, like, well, if you don't have no kids, you can't tell me what to do, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well.
But Facebook is the best place to
Facebook
get
is-
your advice from.
Exactly. So why are you trying to get your advice from Facebook? Why would you put your stuff out there? That's
Right.
that's a whole nother topic right
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
But me myself, I feel like if I'm in a relationship and I'm asking somebody for advice that's single, I want them to tell me, okay, well, you don't have to take my advice, but this is what happened to me. Give me personal advice.
Mhm.
Don't just give me off the wall like, well, this is what you should do. And this is what I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. You need to do this. You need to do that.
And you know what, Joy, that makes me so mad sometimes is when you go to look for advice from people and the first thing that comes to their mind, this is the relationship aspect, you need to just leave him alone.
Right.
Yeah, I don't
Bro,
like
you
that.
can't come, where's the positive
Right.
in this? Like, well, maybe y'all need to sit down and just
And
talk
talk
about
about-
it and
Get
see
your
how y'all
stuff
can
out
work it
there.
out, come up with a plan A and plan B. Why does the first option always have to be leave that person alone? It's because
There ain't no
like,
love
you ain't got
out here no
nobody.
more.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to be single and lonely. I want to figure out, okay, what happened? How can I fix this if I want to move forward in this relationship? So there's certain people that I go to for, Dana, for example. I go to certain people for certain types of advice.
Mhm.
And then the second part of the topic is getting, advice about
Hold up,
raising children.
can I speak on the advice thing? I hear you all, right? But I think you can take advice from anybody.
I do too.
At the least, as all you was talking, at the least you can learn from all these people is what not
agree.
to do.
That's what I was saying. Like, I can learn what did
So
what did I do
I think
and pass that on.
I will hear advice from anybody. That doesn't mean I have to take it.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then
Yeah.
not only
But
that,
I don't care where it's from. I don't care if it's a fortune cookie on the ground from a guy that's panhandling on the corner. You got something to give? At the least, he can show me not to be on this corner with him.
Exactly.
that's right.
So I don't turn down any advice. Go on and give it to me. Now, when I get to the next block, am I about to apply it in my life? Maybe, maybe not. But for you to take a couple of seconds and figure, you know what, I'm gonna give you this jewel. What you may think is a jewel, I'm taking it. I have to take it. That's a couple of seconds of respect right there. That don't mean I have to take heed to it.
Yeah.
So I would take advice from anybody.
But see, I think that also depends on who you just talk to.
And
I
what
don't
kind of
just
person they
talk
are.
to anybody. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I understand what you're saying as far as taking advice, but who just talks to people like that about any? Oh,
I do.
Not talk to everybody.
I do.
I talk to everybody.
I do.
but it
No, I
depends
really
on
do.
what it's
That's how you
about.
learn different experiences, different people, different things, because your point of view is based on your experiences. So if you've never went through A, B, and C, you have no idea how to feel about it until you meet somebody that's already went there, done that.
Now, my first time when I moved to Columbus, my wife, her father lived here, and I'm pretty sure it's a lot of advice he can give me about Columbus, Ohio. But it was nothing like being on the bus. Yeah, I'm a coda taker. There was nothing like being on the bus and asking those normal people what type of place am I at?
Yeah, stuff like
Where
that.
can I get the? But It's advice, and it goes from just I don't know this
Different.
person,
That type of
That-
advice,
that's what I'm
okay.
saying.
but it's still talking to a stranger that I
But
don't
it's
know
still-
at all.
It's
So
levels,
when you
though.
when you
That's
go
what
to
I'm
spec
saying.
when you go to specific topics such as kids
Mhm.
and how what I should do about this and about that, it is important and not really about if you do or don't have kids,
Mhm.
but what kind of person you are to give me advice.
Okay, I feel
think
I
that makes
feel
a
that I can take advice from a person that is childless
Mhm.
when I have kids. This is the
I do
reason
agree
why.
with that.
This is why I think so. Because wasn't you once a child?
Yeah.
That's how
Didn't
it
you
was
take? Didn't your mother and father teaching you certain things?
Yeah.
So I can take advice from somebody that does not have any
I
kids.
do agree with that. And that's why I said it's based on who you are as a
I
person.
agree with that.
Not whether or not you have kids. Because you can be, if you're a horrible person, like the lady who beat her mother for whatever reason, beat her
Mhm.
child for not
I'm not
making
gonna
you a
ask her for
car.
parent
Right.
advice.
I'm not sure I'm coming to you for advice, not because I don't know specifics, but you just beat your child because
Yeah,
What?
I might be.
I
Hey,
might-
what
you
belt
might
did you use? What belt did you
know what?
require?
No.
no,
No,
you
for
can
real.
figure
What
Don't
type
you
of
think
leather
from
was it?
making your
No.
grandmother
What type of leather was it? Was it ru-
seriously, Kevin? That's stuff that you can
Not
figure out on
Kevin.
your own, okay?
Yes,
That's what you can figure out on your own, okay? You don't need advice for those types
But
of
see,
stuff.
I have people in my life in my life like my aunt Sharon. My aunt Sharon doesn't have any children,
Mhm.
but she helped pretty much raise us and
Uh-huh.
raise me. So I have a lot of people in my life like that who have helped to raise and rear children their entire lives. So people
Right.
like that, I will take advice from.
Mhm.
If it's somebody that see me, it just really depends on what type of advice it is to
Mhm.
me. I'm not gonna get parenting advice from just anybody.
Relationship advice. If you don't have nobody, worst thing you can help me with is not to be like you.
Now that
Right, right.
So go on and give it to me. What did you do wrong?
I don't
What I'm about to
agree
do is
with
the
that.
opposite.
Tell you something,
I
though.
do not agree with this.
With the
I don't
That's,
agree with
that's
that.
what we
That's
hear.
okay. You okay? What? Okay,
That's why
go.
we're here.
All right,
Because a
she.
married couple can be horrible. They can be just because you married don't mean your relationship is great. So you to give
Exactly.
me no advice on how to you give me advice on how to make my relationship like yours,
Mhm.
is yours good or bad?
But at the same time, no, I don't want my relationship to be like yours, period.
Right.
Give me some pure, honest thoughts of what you think and don't put yourself in my situation.
And how
because
many
it ain't
people-
your
and
situation.
How do you
do that?
when do
Sometimes
how
you
do
gotta
you
put yourself
decipher
in there.
when a person is pure when they're giving you your advice?
Well, I think for me, when people ask for my advice, first off, depending on what it's about, I ask them how they feel about it first. Like, I want to know how you feel about it and why you're asking.
While you're
me this.
asking for the advice. in
Yeah,
the
why
first
you're
place.
asking me for the advice. Like, if one of my friends or my best friend always call me when her and her dude get into it, and she's like, "Sheik, let me tell you what happened." So I'm listening to her, and I listen, and I know her well enough to hear like if she's upset, because I'm very blunt. I it's hard for me to.
I'm very honest and
Yeah, and sometimes she doesn't want to call me because I hurt her feelings, but I don't do it on purpose. Anyways,
But that's also why she called. Like she gonna give me the honest, blunt truth.
Yeah,
Right.
so-
he's gonna
I
give me
always
the
I always
Truth
think
supposed
that
to
way.
hurt.
When you call somebody or you ask somebody for advice, don't you know who you asking? So don't you know where they're coming from? What, yo, listen, my friends, my family, where I work at, you know Eldre, right?
Right.
You know Eldre, right? If you ask for advice, you should already know how Eldre's going to give it.
Exactly.
I know the people around me. I know what type of advice that I want this coming from and where this is coming from. And I don't mind hearing something from out the blue. Sometimes the stranger advice that don't know you may be the best one because everybody else care. This
Right.
person don't care.
Everybody
yeah, that's a fact.
So maybe let me stop saying his or hers. Their advice might be better. That's what I like better. Yo, my barber might hate me because I spring so much on him. He don't know me. And sometimes that's the best
Oh,
thing.
here comes this dude.
Yeah, give me a fade. And guess what, man? and that's how it goes down. So yeah, I'm really up advice from anybody. That does not mean I will take it though.
I agree
But I
with you.
will hear
No.
you out. I swear to
That's
God I
like
would.
me. Like I'll give you advice. I only give advice from experience.
Me
Mhm.
too.
I can only give you because if I don't know what it's like to go through these steps, I cannot tell you how to take the next steps.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
somebody
You know what I mean?
told me their
Exactly.
boyfriend was beating on them. I'll be like, I think
Like,
I
I
found
don't
a
know.
hotline.
Right. Like I don't.
Like that's not my.
I don't know.
That's not my lane.
That's snitching.
You might need help or something.
It's
You got something stuck in your teeth? You need a
That's-
toothpick?
It's anonymous.
It's
hotline.
an anonymous.
You suck your teeth like that
hotline.
again.
He said that's snitching.
Damn Bell out.
But yeah, I agree.
I drinking the Bell.
I can only speak from what I've been through. There it is. There's the baby.
Now you know the rule.
No, I don't.
You know the rule.
The rule don't apply to that.
Not
Yeah.
hard.
So
He don't believe
I just thought of another angle. When we come back, we're gonna talk from the angle of, because I admit I'm come from the Badinsky side, Badinsky side. So I'm gonna let y'all know how we feel and how y'all walk away and be like, I can't stand him, or was that a good advice? So that's what we're gonna talk about as soon as we get back.
So the other side.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do right now? We're gonna play SWV week.
Yeah.
Fighter against my fighter.
Whatever.
Winner take all.
Whatever.
Just remember that. All right.
You just beat it.
Remember that.
Come on, y'all. Let's
Be
get
out.
out.
Yeah, be out. Peace.
I don't know what it is that you've done to me, but it's caused me to act in such a crazy way. Whatever it is that you do when you do what you're doing, it's a feeling that I want to stay. 'Cause my heart starts beating triple time with thoughts of loving you on my mind. I can't figure out just what to do when the calling here is you. I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak. I lose all control, then something takes over. In a day, it looks so amazing. It's not a face, I want you to stay with me. By my side, I swallow my pride. Your love is so sweet, it knocks me right off of my feet. Can't explain why your love makes me weak. Time after time, I try to fight it. Your love is strong, it keeps on holding on. Resistance is down when you're around, price fading. In my condition, I don't want to be alone. 'Cause my heart starts beating triple time with thoughts of loving you on my mind. I can't figure out just what to do when the calling here is you. I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak. I lose all control, then something takes over. In a day, it looks so amazing. It's not a face, I want you to stay with me. By my side, I swallow my pride. Your love is so sweet, it knocks me right off of my feet. Can't explain why your love makes me weak. I try hard to fight it. No way can I deny it. Your love so sweet, knocks me off my feet. I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak. I lose
What a difference a true love made in my life. So nice, so right. Loving you gave me something new that I never felt, never dreamed of. Something's changed, though it's not the feeling I had before. Oh, it's much, much more. Love, I never knew that touch could mean so much. What a difference. And when we walk hand in hand, I feel so real. Lovers come and then lovers go. That's what folks say. Don't they know they're not there when you love me? Call me and say you care. And what we have is much more than they could see. What we have is so much more now. What we have is much more than they could see. What we have is much more than they could see. What we have is much more than they could see. I don't have what people say. I don't have what say. What we have is much more than they could see. What we have is much more than they could see. What we have is much more than they could see. What we have is much more than they could see. What we have is much more than they could see. What we have is much more than they could see.
Long live community, and long live the truck that pulls one together.
Delicious new Captain Morgan Loco Nut. It's exploding with coconut flavor. Literally.
Yes, how you doing, baby? Ain't nothing. About to lace this track for you real quick.
You gonna flow in the song for me?
Hell yeah, some real live Foxy Brown shit.
Yo, I'ma flow on the joint on some K shit. Yo, drop it, Smoke.
Bye-bye, keep me laced up. Vanilla Tracy, Caesar Bugatti, Isaac Mizrahi. Fuck around the Dolce, Gabbana sipping pure J with the ill nana. Nigga, you fuck around. I had your loyalties and your joint. Nigga, your royalties and your points. So what the deal is? For Foxy Brown make case. Now we lace Bonnie and Clyde. Now I'm up in Jamaica breaking all your paper.
You're the only one for me. You're the only one I need. Can nobody make me feel the way you're making me feel? And girl, you know that love is real. Tease me like a rat. Tease me. Don't let go. Baby, I'm about to explode. Oh, yeah. All my love it can control. I'll spend the night with you. If the promise you will do all the things will make me scream, and you know just what I mean. But tonight you feel like ice cream. I wanna make you fall in love, make you touch the stars above. Lay low and be my friend. I'll come back and get it again. And again and again and again. Touch me, she's hold tight and don't let go. I'm about to explode. I'm gonna explode. Can you feel me coming down?
Yeah, I always turn it down during the Foxy part. Brooklyn, what's up? New York, what's up? Big shout out to Roosevelt, New York. Exit 21, Long Island, what's good? We back at it right here on WTMHradio.com. You know what it is. It's the Grown Folks Table, GFT. Special guest just walked in the building, Mr. Sean Anthony. What's good, man? How you?
What's up, man? Hey, first of all, let me say it's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you, man.
Dre.
Thank you, man.
Let me just tell you, brother, man, at the Ohio Media School, your energy is appreciated, it is valued, and is much needed, man.
I thank you so much.
I just really appreciate you inviting me here to your platform, man, and I'm looking forward to a great night of conversation.
Thank you so much. If the name sound familiar, it's because it is. Mr. Sean Anthony does a whole bunch of radio in this neighborhood, in this city. And just tell them exactly the stations you're on, where they can catch you at, man.
Well, I'm currently syndicated. I'm in 6 markets. I do talk radio now.
Okay.
People that familiar with me in Columbus, Ohio, they're familiar with me doing the hip hop, the night show, the all night flavor show.
You say yes like that.
I used to listen to it all the
It's
time.
like yes, Mr. Anthony. Okay.
Look, my radio career began here in Columbus, Ohio, and this is my foundation. Like, I will never deny Columbus, Ohio. From there, I went to Detroit, did radio, DC, WPGC, Big Tigger at the time, and Donnie Simpson did the morning show, and then Richmond, I did nights. Same thing, the same time slot I did here in Columbus, I did in Detroit as well as Richmond, Virginia. But since then, I transitioned and evolved with my career and pursued talk radio, and I've been doing that since 2009. And from there, the show got picked up from the syndication, and I'm on in Barstow, California, Washington State, Nashville. Chattanooga, Tennessee, and Knoxville, Tennessee, Virginia, of course, and on the internet. But I'm on terrestrial radio. I'm not doing internet radio. There's no knock to internet radio, but it's just to for people to understand and differentiate the two. There's terrestrial radio, internet radio, and podcasting and all of that good stuff. But look, enough about me, man. What's up with you, man?
And he's also an instructor at the Ohio Media School. Big shout out to Ohio Media School, where we changed lives at, and also just was instructor of the month also. So congratulations to that also. You were talking about the things that I do at the school. Sometimes what you don't know is when the kids walk out of your office, out of your classroom, how they talk about you and the things that you're showing them and the hands-on and the experiences that you go through in your career, you really let them know. So every student I ever walked across, they always have the positive things to say about Mr. Sean Anthony, and that's exactly why you was awarded with instructor of the month. Let's how about some grown folk topic?
Yes.
Okay.
So what we was talking about today, Mr. Anthony, is advice. Is it okay to take advice? Sort of like if you was in a relationship, would you take advice from a single person? Somebody like me. I think they was talking somebody like me. I'm around the school all the time or around anybody all the time, and I hear something that they may need help in, and I might feel easy to help them. Some people call it, what was the name you Badinsky.
Hold on. Can I throw a time out real quick?
Yeah.
Your terminology is immaculate. I love it. What was that? I just need to know.
Because I didn't know what it was either.
Say it again.
A Badinsky.
A Badinsky.
Yeah.
I get that. But what was the other one that you said?
Which one?
When you first started, when we first opened up.
She would just say yes 100 times after you was talking.
I can't remember.
My memory
Okay.
is
That's
that.
clever.
So I would say and embrace it. I am a Badinsky. So Sheik, I'm gonna ask you first. When somebody like that is asking a question and you get the Badinsky feel, what does that feel? What how do you feel when that person walks away when you didn't even want the advice at all?
I immediately say, why did they just get in my conversation? I don't feel no type of way. I'm just like, dang, they was all in my business. I wasn't even talking to them.
Okay.
Even if it's people I know, if I wasn't talking to you, that didn't mean come in my conversation.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. I don't like it. I don't do that to people. Even if I hear it, I'm like, oh, this is interesting. And then I just occupy myself because they're not talking to me. That's not my business to be a Badinsky.
Okay. That's good, family.
That's like Master P's Boonopolis. You remember Master P put out Boonopolis back in the day?
He had so many different terminologies.
Boonopolis.
During that, you're the one that came up with this Badinsky. So what I'm taking from this is a negative.
Well, there's two different. You're Badinsky is what you're claiming to be, where you hear somebody's conversation, you butt in with your information and your input, whether they ask for it or not.
Yeah, that's me.
That's a Badinsky.
That's me.
So that would be you.
That's me.
That's different from asking someone for advice and asking them, okay, what do you think about this topic? You know, I'm asking you for your input versus you just giving me your input without it being warranted.
Dana, go ahead, talk about me if you want to. What's a Badinsky?
That's her terminology, okay? Me, I just feel like anyone can give advice, but it should be something you ask me for. I ask you for. It shouldn't be just you hear us talking and just jump in, because one, you don't know the whole conversation. You don't know what all is detailed to give advice. For me, if someone comes to me and you ask for my advice, I'm asking questions before I tell you what I think, because I need to know what I'm giving you advice for. Because you give me 10 seconds of what a whole hour of something, I'm not qualified to get no advice because I don't really know what you're talking about.
I am.
You are not.
K Street. I remember when you first started at the school, your class was probably one of the classes where I butted in the most.
Yeah, you did.
It was something, but let me tell you, let me give you a little bit of reason why. There was the first class we pretty much started out there. They started their journey together. I started my journey together. So I felt real close to that class. So I think, I was butting in at times, butting in business or interrupting their class when I shouldn't have. But when I walked away, what was I saying?
You just know me now. You just want to hear about yourself.
Because now that we know it's a word for Badinsky, I mean, seriously.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you was teaching the class. Like, who
and I can really see, I know you're not lying right now. I can see you really saying that.
Yeah.
Word.
This guy.
Wow. So when it
I
comes,
almost called you Big Bird, but you're too little for that.
yeah.
Where's the bell? Where's the bell?
Yeah. Get started.
Hey, just tell her big things come in small packages.
Sean Anthony, you don't want to. Sean Anthony, you don't want no parts of this.
You're right, I don't. See, and the mic is on.
Sean, what I have learned from doing a show with K Streaks is she has very good eyesight. She
Yeah.
can see who she's talking to. I don't have to say nothing.
Yeah.
How many LJs you met?
Only
See,
one.
that's the end of it. Sean Anthony. Now, when it comes from advice, are you particular who you take your advice from?
No, not at all, man. I've learned a great deal of wisdom from a homeless man on the street.
Word up. I was just telling them the same thing.
Without words being said. And I have a little short story, if I can.
No, go ahead.
Of here in Columbus, Ohio. When I was doing radio, I was working on a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a Saturday night. I definitely remember it vividly. And the Buckeyes were playing or what have you. You know how we do in the city, in 614, we get behind our Buckeyes.
Yes.
And
I've heard.
You've seen.
I've heard.
Well, just because you from New York, don't get hate on the Buckeyes.
I said I've heard. I don't hate. I don't hate at all. Go football team.
I was on the air Saturday evening, and Canada was broadcasting live during my shift at on campus, somewhere on campus. And I was reading this book. This was a trend. This was right before I moved to go to Detroit to do radio. And I was in a very pivotal moment in my life personally. And I was reading a particular book that was recommended to me that I got advice from. This ties into what we're talking about. A very wealthy man. He owns some radio stations, some media stations here. Shoemaker is the name. Not the name drop or anything, but just to give y'all a context of the story. So I was on the second book that was the part 2 of the book that he recommended me to read, and I'm reading it while I'm on the air. And I'm all like in between breaks. Yo, you power 107.5, you know, WTMH radio.
Yeah.
But
you say it doing other shows. On my show, it's only one station.
El Dre.
It's on one station. I know there's others out there, and there's room for everybody. But tonight, it's only one station that exists.
Not to be long-winded, I'll sum this up very quick. There was a particular chapter that I was reading in the book at that time during my shift on the air, and it was about just giving and it was just real. It was a very transformation moment in my life when I read that. It just resonated with me. So long story short, after I got off the air, I made it a point. I said, Kanata, yo, because we were communicating anyway during my shift because he's broadcasting live. Yo, how many people out there? What y'all got? Like, we got pizza out here. We got boxes of pizza. And we're just giving it out to the students and whatever we broadcast live. When I get off the air, I'm gonna come there, and I get there and I see all of these boxes of pizza lined up on the table, and most of it was given away, but there was so much pizza left because of the sponsorship, the radio station, and the University of Ohio State. I was like, man, what are y'all gonna do with this pizza, man? Sean, you can take it home, whatever. I'll take it. Give me all of those boxes. Let's combine everything, and took, maybe 6 boxes of pizza after everything, you know what I'm saying, was done. And I just remember downtown, where I was just at yesterday, and another day over the weekend, what they did in Columbus since I've been gone. I've been gone for 11 years, and what they did on the river downtown, where COSI is at.
That's a good view right there.
It's beautiful, man.
That's a good view.
And I really love it.
Still miss the mall.
So I went there on City Center.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, another story. Anyway, so don't make me lose my train of thought because I will. So I go to downtown, right, under the bridge, and I remember that there's homeless people under the bridge. I just always remembered that. And I was led, compelled, inspired, whatever you want to call it, to go downtown under the bridge after this broadcast and everything. And I took all of those pizzas where all the homeless people were, because they're not there anymore. And I was just there yesterday. And something inside of me, the Sean Anthony, I wanted to say something to these people. here you go, here's some food, just eat, I mean, I just wanted to say something inspiring or motivating or whatever, but there was something inside of me that shut my tongue up. You know what I'm saying? Just say, shut up. And the moral of the story is I ended up saying nothing that night. And the advice I got came out of no words, but not even action, but the non-action.
Right. It can go like that too.
So to simplify and not to get all deep, the universe will give you advice.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And realize it and go on and take it because it's the universe. And before that, I think it comes from the man above.
That's right.
So take heed of that. So things don't just happen for no reason.
Yeah, it wasn't by coincidence.
Everything is so what I'm gonna do right now, Joy Renee, since this is your topic, go and give us a wrap up of everything that we just talked about of this beautiful grown-up topic that I think you brought up tonight about how people should handle advice.
I think everybody should handle advice as they feel they should handle advice, but bigger picture is, from what I'm getting, is that advice can come from anywhere, be it good or bad advice. It doesn't have to come from somebody technically that you know, but advice can come from anywhere. Like you said, it can even come from non-action or non-words. Excuse me. Sorry about that. But yeah, it from anywhere. Anybody can give somebody advice. Does not mean you necessarily have to take it, but you can take the time to listen, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, now y'all know what it is. We're a little bit past the top of the hour. I hope you don't knock my head off, but y'all already know what time it is. It is Matters of the Heart. K Streets.
Yo,
what you got for us tonight?
All right, so Matters of the Heart would be trust and loyalty. Where has the trust and loyalty gone as far as our relationships and our communities? Why has the trust and loyalty been taken away? What has stripped our rights to be able to trust one another again? So I'm gonna pass this over to my girl. Yeah, you here. You live. You live.
Miss Dana.
Yes.
Well, my opinion on trust and loyalty is people sometimes confuse the term what it means.
Okay.
Like being loyal isn't always about, oh, well, that's my friend, I gotta just do whatever is best for my friend. It's like loyalty means your loyalty to your own beliefs first, who you are, your characteristics, your morals. And people lose that in trying to be loyal to another person. Like you have to be loyal to yourself first. And if you're not loyal to yourself, then right off the top, you're messing up, because if you're loyal to yourself, your loyalty to yourself is going to tell you how to treat your friend if they're doing something crazy. Because you have your loyalty to yourself and your beliefs. So if you're going by what you believe in strongly, if you come to me with some shenanigans that I know, it's like, girl, you tripping. I'm going to be able to tell you, hey, you my girl and I love you, but this is my opinion. And this is where we may need to see how we can change this or do something different. But I love you regardless.
Right.
Okay. She might not use those words. I'm just saying.
Right. Yeah, might not. Because I know I wouldn't. But before we get to chic, I just want to say something real quick, because I get what you're saying. But I remember a time when we lived in a community. I grew up in Southfield. So shout out to all my Southfield people. Where everybody took care of one another. Like it was its own community where literally, if you did something wrong, the neighbor was allowed to beat you behind. Then your mom was going to come home and beat you behind. Now we live in a community where if you touch my daughter, trust and believe I'm be knocking on your door ready to knock your head off. Not that your daughter was in the wrong by being a little fast mama out here cussing and being all up in these boys' face, and I corrected her because you're not out here watching her. Why is things like that such an issue in a community when it was supposed to be? It takes a village to raise a family. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly why I brought this topic up, because it's such a problem in the community. We got too many issues with bullying. We got too many issues with these parents not keeping an eye on their kids. And, as outsiders looking, as the outsider looking in, it's like you want to say something, but you don't want to be like that person, having that person coming up to you, confronting you, just because you were trying to look out on their better behalf because you didn't want to pay attention. Sure. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that's why I wanted to bring this topic up. Love everything you were saying, truth be told, but the real issue that I'm having is just that the way, and I'm blaming this on government, has worked is it made us not want to be able to trust one another, not be able to put that loyalty into people that we need to put into them now by just being human beings towards one another, kind, caring, nurturing people. We want that for one another, but we are not able to give that to one another.
Good point. Sheik, what you think happened to loyalty?
Me personally, I mean, it's kind of like the same, but a little different because you said loyalty and what else was it?
Trust.
And trust. Basically, loyalty, as far as like my generation, like right here, right now, it doesn't exist. And the crazy part is because everybody wants to be better than somebody. If there's a way that he can jump over him to get to where he going, then he's going to do it. Even if it's his friend, this is his homie, this is who you grinding with to get to the top with. That everybody wants, instead of everybody really eating and everybody doing well, they are in competition with people that's in their circle.
Right.
Loyalty literally does
That's
not.
deep, but true.
It is, and it doesn't exist in relationships. Here, these people right now, the reason they're not loyal is because they're trying to hurt you before you hurt them, which is the craziest part. You can be genuine, you can be a wonderful person, but for some reason, people always think you out to get them. And then as far as the trust, you're not loyal. You already showing signs of certain things and how you are showing yourself that why should I trust you?
Right.
The perception, yes, you're already showing no, there's no reason I can trust you. So it's because of people's character. People want attention and all of this other stuff, and the loyalty, it really is a lifestyle.
Is it a selflessness of being selfish to you know, that what you're speaking about, basically that person basically just being selfish, like I got to think of me before I think of you.
That's exactly what
it's every man for themselves, so it's selflessness.
Yeah, that roots in pride though, but that's another subject. I just want to say something to what she just said, because I just posted on Instagram. Read that for me, Sheik. What does that say?
Don't wait for opportunity, create it.
I just posted that on my Instagram. Flow of Wisdom, by the way. I thank you for the platform to introduce what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even mention my show. It's on my hat. If you're on the internet, you can see the video. I'm on surveillance here. I don't know if it's CIA, FBI, or WTMH.
We got every camera in the world on you right now.
It's Flow of Wisdom. Just do an internet search. Flow of Wisdom, that's my platform, my media production company, my syndicated talk show. But anyway, on Instagram, I posted, don't wait for opportunity, create it. And what I wrote under that Instagram post was, when you create, you don't compete. And we're so much in this battle to compete against one another. And you've heard this before, there's over 7 billion people on the planet Earth. But every single person has their own individual DNA. You don't have my fingerprint. You have your own individual fingerprint. Embrace your own individualism, because there's no one on the planet that is like you, Sheik. You understand what I'm saying? So there's no need for you to compete with anyone. Just be the best possible you that you can be. And the Heavenly Father, the creator of all things, has imparted certain things in you, and you, and you, and you, and you, my brother. He told me. He told you. Yeah, and you adhere to it. You embrace it.
He opened the show with that.
Embrace it.
He told me.
Embrace it. You know what I'm saying? Embrace your individualism, no matter what it is. The world may seem it's like it's a quirk, it's this, it's that. No, that's you. Whatever it is, embrace it, and no one can copy that. They can emulate it, they can impersonate it, but they cannot be a carbon copy. Let me cut you off when you need to.
No. If it ain't you,
if he needs to.
No. Listen, man. Listen, man. It's not. It is. How did I do today? How did I do
You're
today?
doing so much better.
Okay. Now we don't be, we're not blessed with Sean Anthony every Tuesday. So sorry, go ahead, please.
Yes.
You got people on here on my live right now, Mr. Roscoe, Mr. Ohio. What is that? Espinito? He said he's telling right now that you're speaking the truth right now. So
Word.
please educate, man.
What's up, Espinito? I forgot where I left off at. I told y'all my mind. My mind's telling me no.
Let me
My body's telling me yeah.
let me give you my take on loyalty and what I think what happened to it.
I like that.
I think fear. I think what happened to it is fear. Loyalty means I have to give something up.
Yeah.
I have to give up a part of me. I am scared of that. So to avoid that, I won't be loyal because I ain't got to worry about now being hurt no more. And that
makes sense.
But to speak on that,
you ain't got to cut
with
nobody
that
off. Go ahead.
fear is also you changing. You get what I'm saying? Like you got to change something within yourself to overcome that fear. Like we really got to work on that part. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody be. And I'm not saying this for us particular in the room because I see so many people be stuck in the same position because they just scared of what's next to come if they decide to take that next leap. I'm telling you, as a living witness, all you got to do is leap. That's all you got to do is leap.
I saw Steve Harvey talk about the same thing. It's only one way to success. You have to take the jump. If you want to settle, don't think you about to be successful. That's not how they got there.
Yeah.
They said, you know what? I am about to leave the house. I know I ain't got nowhere to sleep tonight, but I believe in myself. Eddie Murphy slept in every comedy show until he got the okay of this is what you got to do. This is what you're going to have to do for success. Man. It's a no sleep business. I love the way K Streets put it. You're going to have to leap and get over the fear. And what's going to happen after you leap? Check this out because this is the truth. You are going to fall.
That's right.
What you learn on the leap is what's going to help you land on your feet the next 4 times because you're going to jump 3 more times and you're going to fail 3 more times. You are going to fail 3 more times. The 4th time is when you get it.
You sound a little aggressive.
Because it's the truth. And it's the only way to get loyalty. I give it first. I love everybody. That's why it's so easy if you disrespect me for me to cut off your head. Because I gave you love in the beginning. I gave you loyalty in the beginning. I gave you some of me in the beginning. So afterwards, if you do something wrong, I have no problem doing what I have to do.
Right.
One of my mentors said in his book, Comeback is the name of the book. He said, fail your way to success.
It's only one that,
Fail your way to success. You take the analogy of football and a running back. Marshawn Lynch just signed to the Raiders, okay?
He said, I sound like him. I know a little passion. I'm sorry.
When a running back gets to football and he gets tackled, he doesn't fall backwards. A great running back, a good running back falls where? They fall forward.
Even if it's an inch, as long as he falls forward.
It's an inch. You move forward. In life, we all are going to get knocked down. We're all going to have trials and tribulations. But when you fall, because it's inevitable, you'll fall.
You're going to fall 3 times.
Fall forward.
You're going to fall 3 times.
And get up every single time.
What we are prepared for now.
As we fall down, but we get up.
We fall.
The crazy thing is, I think people are prepared for the first fall, and they think that's supposed to be it. No, God is going to test you a couple more times. He can't just bless you with this because you fell one time, and you want His gift to be so huge. Go ahead, Sheik, what you got to say?
I was just going to say.
I saw you. You saw me toss it right to you. You're not giving you no problems tonight.
Say, like my wonderful instructor Sean Anthony always says, you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yes.
And that's hard to do for a lot of people. It is, but once you
gotta do something that's gonna take you out that comfort zone.
You have to, or you remain the same, and that's not okay.
Absolutely.
All right, what we're gonna do right now? Let's get into another music game. We got Jaheim. Why don't you put that woman first? Let's go.
Yeah, that's my jam.
Is it your jam?
Yes. I love Jaheim. Y'all understand? We have a personal connection.
Personal.
This was a very dope album.
Yes, it was. It was a dope album. I played like
This one is because this one is called Still Better, right? Yeah. This is the second one, right?
Yep.
First album was but I didn't get into it until like.
If they breathe in the sun, spinning they spin on my truck, and if it came in a sack, no stems, no seeds in a bag, and if they stripped from my wrist and it looked like it shine like blue, then but oh yeah, I forgot to be a lover. If it wasn't for the 9 to 5 double up overtime, then I couldn't remember. If it wasn't for the Sunday All-Star Weekend game, girl, I couldn't remember. And if it wasn't for the dough, 50 Jesus show, yeah, you know that I couldn't remember. But silly me, oh, tell me how could I ever forget to be your love? Realize that you need love to spend my life making up to you. Oh, I forgot to be a lover. When she starts bringing up older and the fights keep getting worse. Oh, bro. Numbers in her purse. And I put that one with her. Yeah. And you know she ain't wearing her ring. Oh, no. She starts playing little games. Come in and live from her. You better put that one on her. If it wasn't for the makeup on my shirt, still out there chasing skirts, and I couldn't remember. And if it wasn't for that fight last night, you smashing on my headlights, then I couldn't remember. If it wasn't for parole, steady ducking my PO, girl, you know I couldn't remember. But silly me, babe. Tell me how could I ever forget to be your love? I realize that you need love to spend my life thinking up to you. Oh, I forgot to be a lover. When she starts bringing up old shit, fights keep getting worse. I'm telling your brother, you better put your arm away. She ain't wearing her ring. Oh yeah, she starts playing little. I'm telling you, brother, you better put that woman. So many times, acting like it wasn't really nothing. So many ways, just to myself, always running. So many days, so many words. I need you to stay. Always came first, even though sometimes felt like second. You know I had to learn a lesson. Take some time, put in some work. And for better or worse, always put that woman first. The fights keep getting worse. I remember getting hurt. Better put that one first. She ain't wearing her ring. Oh yeah, she starts playing little games. Come in and lick her. I'ma say it again. You better put that woman first. She's gonna leave you. Better put that woman first. Yeah. She ain't wearing her. Yeah. And she starts playing little games. Come in and lick her. You better put that woman first. That's it. Before I let you go, can I get a kiss tonight, baby? Before I let you go, can I get a kiss tonight, baby? Before I let you go, can I get a kiss tonight, baby? Before I let you go, can I get a kiss tonight, baby? Lately I've been thinking something's going wrong, 'cause you got an attitude and you're not in the mood like you used to. Girl, I can feel it when I hold you in my arms. The feeling is not the same. Can I be the one to blame? I I don't wanna lose your love. I don't wanna say bye-bye. Oh, no, no. True love is so hard to find, and it's right between your lips and mine. And mine. Before I let go, can I get a kiss? Baby, before can I get a kiss goodnight? Ooh, baby, can I get a kiss goodnight? Listen, babe, turn the lights down low. Let's take it nice and slow. My mission is to keep your mind. Don't want this to be the last time we make sweet love, baby. I know you feel it too. It's bigger than the both of us. There's one thing I'm so certain of. I don't wanna lose your love. Don't wanna lose you. I don't wanna say bye-bye. Don't wanna lose you. It's always the little things I remember, and I can't just let slip away. Slip away before baby, I wanna know. Before I go away. I just gotta know, can I have? Teddy, won't you play the music for me? Teddy, won't you play Blackstreet say? Don't wanna lose you. Baby, I get so lonely sometimes. I don't wanna lose you. Baby, my heart is broken sometimes. I need you right now. I don't wanna lose you. I can't let you slip away before I let go. Baby, can I get a kiss? I don't see it being a problem if I just get one little bitty kiss, baby. I just can't let you get away. You go. Lord have mercy. See, I wanna know. I've gotta have one kiss goodnight. Don't say bye-bye. Please. I don't wanna lose your sweet love, so don't say goodbye, say goodnight.
How did you get here? Nobody's supposed to be here. Tried that nothing for the last time. My heart said no, no. Nobody's supposed to be here. But you came along and changed my mind. I spent all my life on a search to find the love will stay for eternity, the heaven sent to fulfill my needs. But when I turn around, again love has knocked me down. My heart got broken, no, it hurts so bad. I'm sad to say love wins again.
So I place my heart under lock and key to take some time and take care of me.
But I turn around and you're standing here. How did you get here?
Nobody's supposed to be here.
Nobody's supposed to be here.
I tried that nothing for the last time. My heart said no. Nobody's supposed to be here.
Nobody's supposed to be here.
But you can't come and change my mind.
This time I swear I'm through. But if only you knew how many times I've said those words, then fall again, when will I ever learn? Knowing these tears I cry, this lovely black butterfly must take a chance and spread my wings. Love can make you do some crazy things.
So I place my heart under lock and key to take some time and take care of me.
But I turn around and you're standing here. Standing Nobody. No.
All right, welcome to it, WTMHradio.com. You know what you listen to is the Grown Folks Table here at WTMHradio.com. We haven't had one caller yet. I'm not cool with that. Yeah, everybody, I give you a shout outs on live. Thank you, Sports Cows. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Rocky, thank you for listening, man. I appreciate that. But can we have a caller? We want y'all to be part of our conversation. Number is 614-781-0754. We got great topics of tonight. The Matters of the Heart is special tonight. K Streets, how you come up with this one? The loyalty.
I came up with this one because I just be always in thought.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that I had to work on myself is trusting people.
Mm-hmm.
And so I figured that this would be the only reason why I did that was because the field that I am in, I have to learn to trust people.
Trust is everything in this radio business.
Because it's like you move fast. Don't nobody know I do 3 shows, and like I meet people all the time. I do Kid Cash when he needs me to host stuff. You know, I'm meeting people all the time. And one thing about me is I'm not like socially butterfly type person like you. I got to warm up to you in order to, you know what I'm saying, before I just go in for the kill and be like cool with you. The real me, you know what I'm saying, it can be cool with you. And so the reason why I came up with this topic is because I couldn't figure out why I was like that anymore. Like, why you can't trust nobody? What do these people do to you?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily have to do something to me for me not to trust you. I just don't trust people.
So, like
You know
with
what I mean?
me, I think it's a bad thing. I really give people. I'm one of those people you have my trust until you break it. Instead of
I'm with you, Sheik. I do it. I give it to you in the beginning.
End up getting hurt.
And that is the I don't want to say gamble, but that's because
it's a risk.
We're gonna because we're so honest, right? That we give it to you first and you do something, we don't feel no remorse in the end for what we gotta do. I think that's sort of the reason, because I feel the same way. I shouldn't, but I love you first. I respect you first. That's how I come across everybody. And if you do something wrong with that, because I know I gave it, so it's nothing wrong with me going the opposite way. Joy Renee.
Yes.
Loyalty. When you hear that word, what does it do to you?
When I hear the word loyalty, it really affects me inside out first. Like Dana said earlier, you have to look within, your own personal situations, your own personal. I can't think of the word right now. But in order to give yourself to somebody else, you got to be, confident within yourself first in order to give that loyalty to somebody else. That's just my opinion. If you're not confident within yourself, you can't give that part of yourself to somebody.
And you're sort of not caring about the what can bad happen.
Exactly.
Not even worried about it no more, because I'm gonna be okay no matter what.
Right.
That's where my concededness come in.
Oh my God.
That's when it pays off. Like you can't do me but so wrong, because I'm gonna be so right. Dana, loyalty. Do you how do you give it, or how do you take it away? How do you deal with loyalty?
When if I'm from a city where people
Get a little closer. Yep.
And people are hot.
I'm doing it next time, so you better be closer to it. I'm gonna do it next time.
Can't take
it. We'll deal with that later.
Anybody got time for your shenanigans?
We'll deal, right.
Get the mic right.
We'll deal with you later. Okay?
The mic right.
You gotta tell them exactly where you're from.
I'm from Youngstown. Youngstown is
The Yo. I heard
I'm
from New York. Somebody told me out here it's called the Yo.
It is.
The Yo. Okay.
Youngstown is different. It's a lot of crazy, a lot of violence, a lot. But just well as there's so much violence, there's a lot of good people, there's a lot of positivity. But if you don't look past the stuff that you see on social media, the news, all you see is the violence. So loyalty is very important where I come from, because growing up with Joey down the block, I know if I went home today and something was going wrong, Joey's gonna tell me, Dana, hey, things ain't like it used to be. Don't go on, such street, because it ain't right. It's been going. They've been robbing people. Don't go over there. Don't do, because of the loyalty and the relationship we have. So loyalty is a huge thing for me. And if I give it to you and you break it, we good. I'm not gonna hold it against you for life. I just don't trust you. And other than hello and how you doing, that's enough. That's the way I was brought up, the way I was raised. I don't fault you in the beginning, because I feel like people's upbringings and the way what they experience through life can change them and have them doing things they wouldn't have done if they knew different.
Yeah.
So when it comes to loyalty in the community, Mr. Sean Anthony, what happened to that tightness? Why can't you have enough trust in the neighbor if your child was doing wrong to handle it? What happened to that type of trust in our community and loyalty?
Man, you switched that question up for me. I had something else prepared.
I had to.
All right.
I'm dealing with a real professional here.
All right. So in the community, what happened to the loyalty?
What happened to the loyalty where you feel, if I'm at work and my child is doing wrong, I don't have no problem with you taking care of it?
Well, that's a multi-layered response, because you're dealing with an economic situation. You're dealing with politics and gentrification. You're dealing with a strategic plan to divide. You're talking about the prison, what is it, the education system to the prison pipeline. From school, early education to prison. That whole pipeline. You're talking about, like I said, disenfranchisement. I mean, just a lot of different variables with that question pertaining to loyalty. Then you talk about the separation of the family. You talk about the infiltration of drugs in Black communities. You talk about guns and all of these different variables infiltrated purposefully with intention to infiltrate certain communities to create distrust, separate the man from the family.
Oh man, you better
loyalty,
and also, but I get all that. I got a friend at my job. I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready. Something's about to come. I'm getting ready for it. And my thing is, what you gonna do anyway? If what you think is about to happen, what you got to do. So when we think about government and them infiltrating. It's nothing you can do about it anyway. So why did you change the original morals? Why did you change your morals? It's nothing. If these big dogs like
But listen,
presidents
it
and
wasn't
everybody
really
think
people,
that
it was government who
Well,
changed
well,
it because they started what happened. They
Let me
made people go on
infiltrate on that.
welfare.
Please, please. This is called social engineering.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take it back to give it context so people can understand and check me on this. Flow of Wisdom, email me, contact me, let me know if I'm wrong on any of this. Y'all heard of the name Sigmund Freud, right?
Yep.
Yes.
His nephew, this is the early 1900s. His nephew, Sigmund Freud, his nephew named Edward Bernays. Look that name up, research him. He is the person that is responsible for the social conditioning on public opinion and psychological. Not to get too, man, it's all
Man, don't get deep. Would you stop saying not to get deep?
All right,
Get deep.
it's
You can't
psychological.
you can't go
It's
where you at now and not
psychological.
go deeper. Go
It's
go deep, man.
psychological warfare.
Uh-huh.
Propaganda, you can call it all of that, whatever you want to layer it, but it's psychology.
Uh-huh.
And they implement certain ideology and thinking, programming the masses into what they want you to believe.
Yes.
And that's through entertainment, it's through the media, it's through the news, it's through information, it's through all marketing and all of this stuff. I'm gonna tell you real quick, and this is gonna really
I'll just hold the context, say one thing. You know, even when I was young, even on TV and even in the music playing, it was a little bit risque. The person that stopped everything and made everything make sense was the parenting. So out of all of that, again, Sean Anthony and the, you know, the stuff they're showing us on TV and things like that, where is the parenting to be like, yo, that's just that?
that's the other part where they're separating the head from the body. That's where they're taking the man away from the home.
True.
So we're getting hit from multiple ways. You know, the
in
root
the
question is
field.
about loyalty.
True.
What happened to it?
Right.
You know, we're getting hit by multifacets. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's be psychologically through predictive programming in media, radio, television, marketing, etc., or sociologically or economically in the neighborhoods and putting drugs and weapons and taking out resources such as, look, you can't even go to a local Kroger and get the organic, good, fresh organic foods, you know what I'm saying, in certain neighborhoods as you can when in other, you got the world market Kroger. It's a different version. Trust me. I know and understand that, you know what I'm saying, because I've shopped it and I see here since I've been back. But man, it was a point I was going to make.
Make it. Go on and
I
get the stuff
forgot
off
it.
the paper. Whatever you got on the paper, say that too.
This ain't my paper.
Oh.
It's somebody's number.
That's the radio number.
Wilhelmina.
Okay. You was forgetting.
Yeah, 781-0754, 614-781-0754. Y'all call up, quit playing, and chime in.
Loyalty. What we got a person in Dell. You know, Dell always listens to us every week, and she
Shout
said,
out to Dell.
and she always talking about it's huge. K Street, you the one that brung this up.
Yes.
When it came to the community part of it, what did you mean?
What I meant
To trust
is
and
that
loyalty.
and then just like Sean Anthony was speaking on it,
Mhm.
you know, and I swear to goodness, like he hit on so many points, you know, as far as government, entertainment, and all that stuff. Like basically taking the fathers out of the home, forcing the mothers to put the fathers on child support. Now you got all this beef back and forth because the man is doing his own thing. He don't want to be at home. He wants to be home, but he can't be home. He mad he on child support when he don't need to be. You got upset mothers being single parents when they don't want to be. You know what I'm saying? But it's all government basically forcing us to raise our kids on our own. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And so we can't do it because guess what? Bills got to get paid. So we got to leave. We got to go out and we got to work. You know, we got to leave our kids with babysitters, daycare centers, you know, for other people to teach and guide them instead of allowing us to guide them. When I grew up, it was 2 parents in the household. I don't know what happened after that. Like
Okay.
I said, you know what I'm saying? And so therefore it's just like, you know, with the daycare centers especially, you got people in the daycare centers abusing your kids, and that's what I'm talking about. Like you really can't trust people, and that's all built on that. So now you got these kids that's misused and abused mentally. Then growing up, they like, my mama wasn't really there because she had to go out and work, so I had to get it any way I could. I had to learn from the streets because who was going to teach me? You get what I'm saying?
They make it
Well, yeah,
so
we
that
have-
you depend on the government.
We have Dell
that
said
too.
that the parenting has gradually been taken away.
It has, and he's
Let me
right.
ask y'all this question: what is America's breakfast? Just what off the top of your head, and it's not deep. What's America's breakfast?
I mean, first thing came to my mind is like pancakes or something to eat.
And what else?
Orange juice, cereal.
I thought,
Toast.
the champ, I thought Wheaties.
I don't even get to eat breakfast.
When it
I just
comes
get
to
on the road.
kids, they eat Pop-Tarts with cereal.
What's America's breakfast though? You said pancakes. What else goes with pancakes?
Eggs, sausage, bacon, grits.
There you go. Bacon and eggs, sausage, pancakes, like you said. Edward Bernays is responsible for programming America. That's America's breakfast. Prior to that, in the early 1900s, no, it wasn't even grits. It was like coffee and toast or tea and toast. This is in the early 1900s. When you do history and you look at society as a whole, but Edward Bernays was he's responsible for women smoking cigarettes.
What do you mean by that?
Well, in at the time when tobacco and cigarettes was popular, like at the height of it,
When it seemed like it looked cool to do.
right? All the gangsters had a little cigarette in
In
hand.
the club, yeah.
1920s, 30s,
Right.
and 40s, etc. It was taboo for women to smoke.
True.
Edward Bernays is responsible. The top dogs at tobacco companies came to him and said, "Look, we need to create a marketing campaign. Our sales are down. We need more sales. We need to promote to get women to smoke." So he created a campaign. It was a parade going down in New York City, and he strategically planted these certain women, these debutantes, in this protest, in this parade at a certain time in front of the photographers and journalists to pull out a pack of cigarettes and light it up. And it was taboo at this time. And these women pulled it out, and on the front page the next day across the United States was women lighting it up for liberation and all of this other. Now you know it was okay. And then you started seeing these advertising ads, women holding cigarettes with these 1957 Chevys or cooking, breakfast, the new, whatever it was in the early 50s, 60s, and 70s. My point in bringing all of that up is that that's the social engineering that's going on subconsciously, subliminally, that we don't recognize. Most people don't recognize.
Because they don't want to pay attention to it.
Sheik, what do you think about what he's saying? Because you can think loyalty is as deep as I'm giving you my dollar, I trust and believe that you'll give it back. Or even not, I trust and give you my loyalty, you wouldn't steal from me. But what we hear from Mr. Anthony and K Streets is loyalty go a lot deeper before it gets to that point that we're not even seeing. What do you think about what Sean Anthony just said?
I agree with what he said.
Elaborate a little bit more.
No, I mean, I really just agree with what he said. I really don't have anything to elaborate about because I would be repeating everything he said.
All right, let me put it this way: you're a different generation to all of us in here, right?
No, she keep acting like she's super older than me.
Who is her?
Mentally, I am super older.
But what I'm saying is, you do have a kid, right?
Yes.
We grew up in a time, especially K Streets. No, everybody else in here. No, you didn't grow up in this time right here. What I'm about to say.
You're a 90s baby.
So that is what I'm saying.
89.
You're a 90s baby.
That's a different.
Well, my
argument,
math
but
teacher
go
said
ahead.
carry it to the next 10. You're a 90s baby. Now check this out. When we was growing up, right? If your parents was away and you did something wrong, the neighbor could walk out the house with a belt and whoop you, hold you in their house until your parents got home. Which you have a kid today. If your neighbor did that today, what would you do? Would you trust them that I know you did the right thing by my kid? Or would you be like, you don't have that much authority right now? First of all, how long you been living next to your neighbor?
That's a
right. That's what I was about to say. I only been living next to my neighbors.
But it didn't have to go like that when we was
But
around.
see,
Because as soon as you moved there, It was a thing. It was a bondship. We are neighbors. I'm about to bring you a pie, which means I'm allowed to do whatever in your yard, and you're allowed to do whatever in mine. That's what the pie represented.
Yeah.
Sir, it was a key. It was a key to your house. It was a key to your house.
That's how it was.
Well,
that's how it was.
It was a pie, or the lady we called the candy lady. But she, what would you do if you knew that you was away and your neighbor was like, I saw your son cursing, and I put the leather to him.
Yeah, I probably would not like that.
Why not? When you know your son probably was on that corner doing wrong.
And if he was on the corner doing wrong, then I would discipline him. Now
let me say this. Do you know when that changed, what that did for communities?
Well, listen, this is what I'm saying. In the neighborhood,
and you know your son bad.
The neighborhood that I grew up in, they seen us grow up.
Okay.
So if my neighbor says something to my mom like, "Oh, I seen Sheikwa and Shaya doing this and they wasn't supposed to," or we got in trouble by our neighbors because my great grandma lived on this corner, my great great grandma lived on this corner, my aunt was right there, and we all grew up together. My mom went to school with their kids. Like it was that type of thing.
No, I'm talking about your son.
But my son, no, I'm not going. What are you doing?
But I just heard him on the corner respond to a grown lady, and he didn't use ma'am at all. Do you know that was a whooping back in our days?
Yeah.
I feel disrespected because when I go
by the neighbor.
And the kids is like 15, even though we're like 10 years apart, I feel like you should not be cussing in front of me. These kids be cussing like, and
it should be trust in our community.
When you say stuff like that, it reminds me because I saw these teenagers. I'm driving down the street, group of teenagers, boys sagging. I said, I just roll my window. I said, I'm sorry, but y'all need to pull y'all's pants up. No, I'm gonna say something because that's the era I grew up in. You know what I'm saying? Like I grew up in an era where if you was doing something you weren't supposed to be doing,
sound like a Badinsky to me.
These kids.
Baby, go there. But I'm just saying because it irritates my soul.
I tried over here too. I got B-U-T-T Dunsky.
No,
to
that's
not
deep,
try
bro.
to
That's
correct
deep.
people. You know what I'm saying? I have 3 beautiful girls. I don't want them seeing that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say something.
These boys be so disrespectful. You said the wrong thing. Now don't
listen. I'm not scared
because they only worried about, at the least, I'm only worried about my father and my mother. After I get out of here, I know the neighbors ain't gonna do nothing. I know the bus driver is not gonna do nothing. It's nobody nipping nothing in the bud.
It's no fear.
So when you think the way you think, and again, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it because you do have to have some try to trust with your neighbor. But everybody that changed our communities, because I'm glad K-Street's brought this up. Yeah. That's what happened. You got to have somebody's gonna have to leap. I think that's the best way to put it. You're gonna have to leap and say, look here, you know my child, you know me, we've been living here long enough. I trust and believe and leap that I know something going on. You ain't gonna kill him, but you're gonna do something right. Do you know what that would do for you, kid, community?
Right, exactly.
And then it goes to, like Sean Anthony says, the layers of it. And then it leads up.
Yeah.
Right.
I know I'm talking to you, and it looks like I'm just assigning it to you, but I really mean to all the parents that's your age, because all of them feel the same way. I wish you would touch mine.
But you know where that comes from is, from that side of it, you make perfect sense. But your neighbor ain't always a good person.
You have to trust. If everybody got a little bit of flaws, the candy lady next door that whooped me
in Cleveland when them chicks was tied up in the basement and nobody knew in the neighborhood, but they thought they was the great people and they had people tied up in the basement.
Man, so first of all, before that story led up, everybody in the neighborhood said they smelled something strange from that man's house. Back in my day, somebody would have found out what that strange smell was.
The point still remains. This is 2017. When we were kids, it was different. Period. It's not.
So we can't. All right. Let me ask you this, Dana. Can it ever get back there?
It can, but it starts from people.
It's not.
So you're not with that, K-Street. A neighbor of yours not discipline your child.
I'm not saying that. The reason why I'm telling you that it's not possible because nobody is trying to put in the effort. Y'all can go out and have as many peace rallies, whatever the case y'all want. But if y'all ain't putting action behind nothing what y'all saying, it's never going to happen.
So
you
would
could say whatever you want, but there's got to be some
would you be the
action
first
behind
one to leap and say, you know what?
I
You know,
definitely
my
would, because I got neighbors who watch my kids all the time.
Okay.
And I dare one of them, and I tell my kids, because this is the type of mother I am, I dare you to say, you ain't my mama. I dare you to smack your teeth. Because number one, she's an adult, he's an adult. You listen to me. If there's a problem with what they're saying, if you feel like they're telling you something that may hurt you or harm you, you wait for me and let me handle it after the fact.
Okay.
But until then, you do as they say, because I'm not around and you represent me.
And we just don't have enough of those streets. We don't. You are one of 5. So imagine a community of that.
Yo, it's a different time right now.
How can we get into that though, Sean?
We can't. We have to move
Is
forward.
it really? So
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
So what we're saying here, let me get everything right. Everybody's saying that everybody is saying it's gone. So what can we do, Sean? What can we do? If that type of
We
loyalty and
have
trust
to
is gone,
learn-
what can we do?
We have to.
Is it
learn-
over? Is it over?
Yeah, that time of vote is over for sure. Because we have to learn and understand that we are in a new time and day of technology. Big Brother is watching, and we're in an age of political correctness. You know, and anything you could say anything, and I'm like, oh, I'm offended.
Everything,
What you
everybody.
offended about? Like,
Everybody.
Ownership is what makes people so sensitive and fear. Taking ownership for what you do, what you say, and the things that more importantly, the things you do wrong.
People don't do that anymore. Everybody's so defensive. No one sits down. Like when my son was in trouble at school, I sent him to school. He got in trouble, and they said, "Well, you know, we have these laws. You can't do this, and you have to do this." Completely understandable. And at the same time, you're teaching these kids to follow the laws, but you're not following your own laws.
That's not understandable to me, because these laws now, they are. If a child or teenager, 12, we're talking about preteen, 11, 12, 13 years old,
son, 13.
does simple, stupid mistakes that normal 11, 12, look, I have 3 children, so they do some stupid things. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, Lord.
And it's like today, in today's society, what they are doing is if a child gets in trouble, they're not only bringing the principal, the counselor, but a freaking cop.
Yes.
Like, what the hell does a cop have to do with the child making a stupid mistake? And we live in this technological era now, where everything is being recorded. Everything's being surveilled. We surveil ourselves on purpose, like unintentionally, but on purpose.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? NSA is watching everything. But aside from all of that, you got laws now in place in schools where being a child will get you in jail, get you arrested. That's why you see so many stories in the media now of children getting handcuffed at school for being kids.
Right.
So it's different. So to answer your question, Eldre, it cannot go back because we're moving forward so fast.
Who remembers getting whooped by the principal? Remember those days? Remember those days that your principal trust and loyalty
you in New York,
trust,
in New York,
man. I had a principal, Mr. McElwain from Centennial School. He had a paddle right under his suit. I loved the suits, but I hated what was under him.
This one year, when I grew up in New Jersey. This one year, my mother moved to South Carolina, man. And I didn't like it.
A whole different world down
It
there,
was
right?
different.
A whole different world.
My teacher, Miss Gray, I'll never forget her behind. And Miss Fitzpatrick, you Bubba, she called everybody Bubba. This old white woman, but come here, Bubba. And she would take a pencil and put and Miss Gray, hold your knuckles out and pop you with a pencil.
Now I got
God dog, hold your fist out.
You just can't.
I ain't never had no encounters with that growing up in New Jersey, up north. You know what they call me? Oh, you from up north? You talk white?
Yeah.
I'm like,
no, I talk English. I talk English.
Yeah.
That's what I say to them. I talk English.
I never got hit in New Jersey. That's why I question. Like, I never heard of that in up north. Man.
Nah, man, because the principals and everybody there, they're from down south. Mr. McElwain used to have a paddle right under the suit, and he come out and he give you a couple, man. And what would happen is you'll call your mother. This is the ill thing. This is how times has changed. You'll call your mother or father. The first thing my mother would say back is, "What did you do to make him whoop you?"
What you do?
I'm not about to get on that man. First of all, what did he just out the blue just start? What did you do first? And you tell him, then he should have hit you.
I'm gonna tell you about my mom.
Do you know what that does for a community?
Right. But the problem is now, what's warranted as like in school now,
Mhm.
if a kid is being silly and talking and clowning, oh, it's okay. The teacher feels that they can kick you out the class.
Or they put them on Ritalin or
Put 'em
something,
on-
man.
Yeah, now you need
and now
medication.
you
now
Man.
you need
That's a whole nother topic.
That's a show.
That's a whole show.
I can go
right
in
there.
on that right
So
now. That what they're doing to our
That's
They
why
put
you
'em
can't
on
trust
some
anymore.
drugs, man.
Because now I can't trust
'Cause
the
they
school
can't
teacher.
control
almost threw the bell across the room
Yes.
on that one. Yo,
Yeah.
that's a whole other one right
That's
there.
that's the problem. That's why things can't go back.
Because they can't control them. They don't know how to
And they don't know how to
interact with them. Because
But
they
you
took
know
the
what?
man out the house.
Exactly.
They
Exactly.
took the man out the house.
Exactly. You stop taking our men away from us and let these fathers discipline these
Nobody's
kids.
teaching. The teachers
teach
are not
them.
respecting the kids. They request respect, but you're not giving respect. So you're not setting a role
I
model
know.
or an example either.
One thing I know is a lot different. I'm gonna give it to you to wrap it up in a minute, K Streets. But when we talk about teachers, one thing I know is a lot different is the ages.
Yeah.
My son's teacher is 1 year older than me.
My daughter comes home and tells me what her teacher was talking to her about the weekend she just had.
Yeah.
I cannot stand that.
Mm.
What do you? And I'm thinking about Mrs. Mary when I was in school. That's the last thing they did. And if you thought of just asking them, how was your weekend? None of your business. Did you finish page 12? These teachers is actually telling them about the whole weekend.
Follow them on Instagram.
And that's why you
And now after that, now after you tell the student how you turned up for the weekend, you want trust and loyalty from them.
No.
It ain't gonna come that way. K Street's going to wrap up this perfect matters of the
All
heart.
right, so yeah, we got so much things is going on right now. Like I don't want this topic to end.
We might have to do a part two.
Yeah,
we might have to do a part two to it.
on this one, but you know what I got out of it is it's really not a way that we can bring the loyalty and trust back into the communities as far as raising our kids and stuff like that. But what I can suggest is that we take the opportunity to look out for one another. I'm not gonna ask you to raise my kids, but I'm saying look out for me like I will look out for you. Your daughter come over here and play with my daughter and she wants snacks and dinner and all that stuff, and I'm gonna give it to her because that's what she wants, right?
Right.
I'm not that mother that's gonna turn her away. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want you to be that way towards mine. I want, and this is what I'm saying. Like even if it's a small community, you know, it's got to start somewhere. Friends, family, whatever the case may be. We know the whole world won't change as a whole because the government has already established that it's not going to be that way. You get what I'm saying? And so if we could just find that niche where everybody put that thinking cap on and say we can beat the system because it is a way you can beat the system.
Yeah, it starts in them four walls at your house.
That's right. Everything starts at
Teach them loyalty. Not only teach. See. What's happening is we're teaching the kids stuff, but you don't do it. So what they're gonna say is, why should I listen if you ain't the one doing it?
Right.
So back in my mother, do as I say, not as I do. We was at a time where we can understand it. They're not now.
No.
You got to also do what you're saying.
Yeah.
The example.
Sean Anthony, thank you for showing up, man. Give some shout outs, man.
It was
Please
a
give some
pleasure,
shout
man.
outs.
This
man.
was really
and
fun.
you're welcome any Tuesday too.
Okay.
You're welcome any
I'm gonna
Tuesday,
take
man.
you up on that, man.
Yeah, I'm dead serious,
I
man. I
talk to you
appreciate it.
personally. You know,
Yes.
I'm in and out, so I would love to come back, man. This was a lot of fun.
Bring some of that flow of wisdom with you.
Flowofwisdom.com. Thank you for the segue. Flowofwisdom.com. Everything spelled correctly. Just go ahead and check it out. My show broadcasts live every Sunday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can find me on the internet, Sean_Anthony on Twitter and all of that other good stuff, man. But flowofwisdom.com, that'll connect you to everything. But more importantly, man, I'm very excited about these students at the Ohio Media School, what Eldre is doing, the impact that he has, man. This is really a pleasure and an honor to be here, man.
Well, I got one of yours in the building, and the impact that you're making on her, she just applies it here. She is a wonderful addition to our family, and I love her. So go on and give your shout outs, baby girl.
Oh, I can turn this.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm just want to shout out everybody. Thanks for listening.
Thank you so much, Dell.
Well, the show, real quick.
Yeah. You know. Hold on. Is Sean getting you a little nervous? You know, don't get that way. I see over there blushing.
Anyways,
There you go.
you can listen to my podcast, Dope Diary.
There you go.
On SoundCloud, Dope Diary, and also on Google Play, Dope Diary. Thank you.
And Joy Renee, why don't you shout him out?
First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to my big brother, Bobby O.
Bobby, get well, brother. Get well, brother.
I hope he feels better. My family's going through a couple little bitty crises right now, but we handling it.
Trust and loyalty will get you through it.
All of that. Right. So I want to give a shout out to my babies. They're probably not listening. Deja, Darian, Jayla, Darius Jr. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dana, shout him out.
Just thanks for having me, letting me hang out with you guys.
Always.
Yeah.
You're always welcome up here. K Streets.
All right, so K Streets in his house. All right, so I just want to shout out everybody. Shout out everybody on my Facebook. Ashley, my homeboy Gav, my moms, my sisters. You know, my biggest supporters is my family. So
you on live? You always be Facebook Live. Where you at right now?
I'm not. I turned my phone off. It started getting hot, so I'm not live right now. But they listen to me all the time. They even listened to me Saturday when I did my Mother's Day shout out. So
nice.
And shout out to all the mothers. Happy belated Mother's Day to you all.
Yes. Did y'all all get my text?
No.
Somebody didn't respond.
I responded the next day.
You don't do that. When I get them texts out there for all y'all, please say something.
He texted me personally, like, "Are you okay?"
Because we didn't send out like 5 different things, topics, everything, and she didn't say nothing all week.
Right.
So it was like, yo, you ain't gonna go 3 days without talking to me, girl. So I'm telling you.
Feel some type of way.
I have a special shout out. I come from a town, Roosevelt, New York, Long Island. Home of Eddie Murphy, Charlie Murphy, Guy, Howard Stearns, things like that. And for the last few weeks, we've been losing a couple. As y'all know already, we already lost Charlie Murphy.
Yeah.
And we lost a few more people that made our town what it is, the strong fighters that we are. And we lost another one yesterday. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Armstrong, Roy Armstrong, man. I remember you deboing me off the court. Little man, get off the court. But what you always taught us to have pride in where we from and in pride in our town. And I want to give a shout out to Roy Armstrong. My condolences go out to him and his family. And Roosevelt, just stay strong. For some reason, we having a lot of people pass away in our town. But I think God is trying to tell us something in our town we're not doing right. And God is trying to talk to us. Let's just open our ears and open our mouths and listen a little bit. To next Tuesday, we out here at Grown Folks Table. I love y'all. See y'all next week.
Have a good one. Show is always fire. Damn, it's 2 o'clock already.
I know.
Much on Casanova. Me and Romeo ain't never been friends. Can't you see how much I'm really loving? Wanna sing it to you time and time again. Oh, Casanova, Casanova, oh, Casanova. Casanova. Every man deserves a good woman, and I want you to be my wife. Time is so much better spent, baby, with a woman just like you in my life. So let me love you. Fill you up inside, I want to hold you, baby. So let me squeeze you. Don't you know that I'll get down on my knees for you, baby? You see, I ain't much on Casanova. me and Romeo ain't never been friends. Can't you see how much I really love you? Gonna say it to you time and time again. Oh, Casanova, Casanova, oh, Casanova, Casanova. Every time I wanna see you, I can't find the words to tell you so. But I love you, babe. And I just got to let you know how much I need you. Show you what you mean to me each day, baby. So let me hold you. Keep it safe and warm, I'll be your sweetheart, babe. Baby, baby, baby.